Alright, bro. In this video, we're going to be talking about the many factors that played a role into the OG TSM, which is Myth, Daquan, and Hamlet, and why they are no longer on the Fortnite scene. Why Myth and Hamlet, I mean, not Myth and Hamlet, why Daquan and Hamlet is no longer streams. Why they're not in the on social media. We're just going to talk about that. So, if y'all don't know, Prime TSM, they peaked around, I think, 2017, 2018, right around the time Fortnite had just came out. These were the good old days. First, we're going to talk about TSM Daquan leaving. Now, Daquan had a plethora of reasons why he left TSM, why he stopped streaming and everything. And then they joined NRG, and then they also disappeared off NRG. So, Daquan had a lot of health issues, which we're going to be talking about his back.
25 years of sitting all the time and balancing, being like I was like 6'2", 140-pound power forward in high school and stuff, and I was defending 6'6", 200-pound plus dudes all the time. And I guess, after a while, that combined with the sitting all the time kind of jacked up my back, I guess.
One of the big ones, Daquan played high school basketball, and I think he was like a power forward. So, and he's like 6'2", so he's guarding these big dudes, 6'4", 6'6", which messed up his back. And then if you play into the role of him sitting in a chair for 16 plus hours, that also did not help his back, and that made his back hurt a lot, which caused him not to be able to stream. And then also, he had stomach issues from the age of 19 to 25.
And I had 6 years of being sick. Like, you guys already know this, like the stomach pain, the nausea, the blurry vision, the vomiting, the fatigue, etc. From ages 19 to 25.
He had cramps. He was, I think, throwing up. Stuff was going on with his stomach for like 6 years. So that also like played a big role into why he could not stream as often, and why he left the social media scene for a while, because of all these health issues he had going on. And yeah, his girlfriend also had a major health issue. I don't know.
She ended up eating at a restaurant and catching E. coli, which is pretty much something that you get when like somebody prepares your food and doesn't wash their hands, But unfortunately, the doctors took so long to find it, and that she was getting beginning symptoms of other infections stemming from the E. coli, like the beginning stages of different types of BS. And on
what she had, I don't know what health issue it was, but I know that she had a major health issue, which also caused him not to be able to stream, because he was worried about his girlfriend. He had his own health issues going on. Like, Daquan had a lot going on. He had a lot of things playing a role on why he couldn't stream, why he couldn't sit down for a long time, because he had all this outside stuff going on behind the cameras. And he also talks about, this was like an old video. Now, why they left the NRG house? Well, I know Hamlin's, he had posted something recently about why he left the NRG house before he stopped posting on social media altogether. But this was like about 3 years ago. He stopped posting on social media last year. And we're going to talk about that when we start talking about Hamlet's. But if y'all don't know, they had the Thum house with NRG, and they came out with a video saying that they was going to start streaming again, and then they both disappeared from NRG as well. But I think the Thum house just didn't work out in itself, which made them stop streaming for real. But in a video, Daquan talks about how he had lost his best friends. He had lost some of his aunts. Like, he had lost both of his grandmothers. Like,
during my grind and up to this point, I lost my grandma on both my mom and dad's sides. I lost one of my favorite aunts, bro. 2 more of my friends passed away from gun violence that we had all escaped before, and that really had hit home to me.
He was going through a lot of stuff that played a big role into why he couldn't stream while he was at TSM. Now, when he went to NRG, he also has a video about that, of why the Thum house didn't make it. And he was just also talking about his back as well. His back played a big role into why he couldn't sit here and stream for many hours, because of his back. Like, he had a bad back problem, which made it hard for him to sit in the chair for 16 plus hours and stream all day. And he she talks about that in the theme of why the theme house didn't work out as well. And Daquan, he just had a lot of stuff going on with himself, his girlfriend, his family. Streaming just became too hard for him. But now we're gonna shift over to Hamlet's. And if y'all don't know, Hamlet's, why he left, he said streaming for a lot of people raised his anxiety. He was very anxious streaming for 30,000 plus people every night. That made him very anxious, and it raised his anxiety. And that's one of the reasons why he kind of backed off of streaming, is because of his anxiety. And he also talked about how he was battling depression. He he talks about that. That was like the post in like 2021. He talks about how depression came back, and I'm assuming that he got depressed the first time because one of his family members, um, like a close family member, was diagnosed with cancer and ended up passing. Sending my condolences also to Daquan and his stuff and his family issues. Although this was a while ago, still it never gets easier with death. You just learn how to cope with it better. But I'm assuming that his depression first hit when that certain family member got diagnosed with cancer and ended up passing away. And then in 2021 he had talked about how his depression had came back. And like streamers, we they have a lot going on. You know, like people who make videos, they have a whole other outside life when they turn off this camera, when they turn off that stream. It's a whole another person with going through battles and stuff that you wouldn't even be able to fathom, because on stream or in their videos they're so happy. But it's a whole nother person that got real life issues, and that has to face reality as soon as that camera turn off, as soon as that stream turn off. It's a whole different person with reality issues that they have to face as soon as they stop posting or streaming. And that's what Hamlin's was going through. Like as soon as Hamlin's on his streams, he was always so happy, but in reality, he was anxious. He was battling depression. Like he was going through a lot. He was going through a lot when he turned off that camera, bro, and nobody knew it because of the persona he had when he was streaming. Streaming, you would think him was just so happy, like this was something that he loved to do. But in reality, it was something that he loved to do, but he was a whole different person. And we're gonna talk about Myth a little bit. Myth still posts. Uh I think he does still post. I don't watch Myth no more. I really didn't like Myth. Was like the one I liked the least out of the three of them. I really love Daquan and Hamlet. Myth was like down there. But from like the last time I saw on YouTube, he still posts on YouTube. But he did leave TSM, and I'm assuming he left just because of it wasn't fun no more. Especially like with the dude like Daquan and Hamlet, they not there no more. And he probably, I don't know, he probably just left because he got tired of it. You know, they went to NRG. He was still repping TSM. But from now I know I don't think he posts Fortnite content anymore. He left the Fortnite scene. And I'm assuming Myth just realized like once these younger generations came in with their fast editing and all that stuff, they kind of ruined Fortnite, but we're gonna talk about that in another video. He kind of just got off of it. Like Fortnite became so sweaty, and that's why a lot of people stopped playing, because it didn't become a game that people can enjoy anymore. It's kind of like a game where either you get better or you're going to be terrible and you're going to die every game. And I think that's why he left the Fortnite scene, because he realized he couldn't compete with these younger competitors anymore. Like they were just too good. But I don't know. I will watch why he stopped playing for TSM, and I might make a separate video on that. But yeah, man, this was like my childhood. I think in 2017, what is 2024? I was like 10 in 2017, 11 in 2018. I watched them boys when I was like in fifth, sixth grade playing Fortnite with my friends. Like those were the good old days, man. Like I don't even play Fortnite no more. I don't even touch Fortnite no more, bro. I'm playing Warzone or Minecraft, like Ninja, like old Fortnite with Ninja, Myth, Daquan, Hamlets. Those were the good days. That was the good Fortnite before Fortnite ruined it, and then the sweats came in and it just made the game not fun no more. But when we was just playing with like chug jugs and stuff like that, those were the good days, man. These were the nostalgic YouTubers, the nostalgic streamers, and they all gone now. You know, like Fortnite is dead. It's really dead, and I'm gonna talk about that in a separate video, man. It's gonna be a whole yap session about why Fortnite is dead, bro. But this was like OG TSM would never make a comeback. It would never come back, man. Cause Hamlins and Daquan, they just facing their own problems as adults. Myth is doing what Myth is doing, man, and you know we all knew that OG TSM was never gonna come back, but you know those were the good days, bro. I still watch Daquan old videos to this day, man. But hey, if you enjoyed this video, man, join the family, bro. That's all I gotta say, man. I'm out this thing. Peace.